So, I am a Tesla Model 3 full self-driving owner, apparently. That's what I've paid £6,800 or $8,000 for last month. But for some reason, my car doesn't want to full self-drive. And that is why I need a taste of full self-driving beta. So today, I'm gonna react to full self-driving beta. Let's go. Guys, if you could do me a massive favor, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification, get some updates from me. It's always much appreciated. As I said, I have the latest version of full self-driving in the UK. In fact, one of the latest versions of full self-driving in the world, 2020.44.10.1. But I live in the UK, and because of EU restrictions and also the way that Tesla are releasing full self-driving beta, I actually can't use true full self-driving. We have a limited system. And while that comes with some amazing features like this, and hopefully we'll stay in this lane. It's doing it. Hopefully it reads that 30 sign, slows down. It did, see that. And this and this and this. So there's a pedestrian crossing sign right there. Can you see it? Pedestrian crossing sign right there. Let's see if the car does it. It's slowed down to 10 miles per hour. I'm gonna let it do it. It's 10 miles per hour, guy, don't beat me. And there's people at the crossing. Stop it for crosswalking 25 feet! Yes! I did it again! Come on! And I don't know what's on the screen right now, but it comes with some amazing stuff. True full self-driving isn't out yet. Elon has said that he will be doing a update soon, a big update that people are going to really enjoy. So fingers crossed, that's what's in it. So the first video we are reacting to is Dirty Teslas. I love this channel. Link is for his channel is in the description. Unbelievable. And the reason I chose this video is because of the roads that he's driving are so no markings, basically. They're so hot. This car would never navigate it. My car would not navigate them. And I've been to roads, I've been to North Carolina and places like Charlotte and places like that, and the roads are just like this all over the place.
But now it can turn on the turn signal and it can turn. So stopped a little far back, but it's peeking out and there's nobody there, and it seems like it can see that. So we're gonna continue.
Okay, so I think he said he had to use a turn signal to turn, which for me, I didn't realize this with the full self-driving beta. I didn't think you had to do any confirmations. So you have to use a turn signal.
Slowing a little bit as we approach this hill. Now this is really tight and you can't see very well. So the car's doing a good job slowing a bit before it gets here. I would like to be to the right a little more, but at this point you would be able to see
That's almost a single lane road.
Your view is here. My view is about equal with yours. The cameras are up here. So the cameras can see higher and farther than we can. So it can see a little bit more, which is nice. So it sees this car up here, and that has stopped. And we have another car approaching. So it needs to kind of go around this truck. It's being cautious, but that's good. So
I mean, it was pulled over, but this car again would have no chance whatsoever.
Or something. He has pulled off to the side, probably being careful. And he's probably like, okay, you're fine. He probably just thinks I'm also being very careful.
So the car is timid.
The car is doing,
that's for sure.
So
the car is definitely timid.
Up, you know, this guy over here, picking up lots of stuff on the side.
So I think Dirty Tesla is on the latest version.
Around. They're picked up. So I give them a wave. They don't wave.
They're on the
back.
latest version, I think, and we've got. So the car is reading the greenery on the side.
The car is
so
going 24. That's what it's comfortable doing in this situation, and I am perfectly fine with that. I can not go anymore. So we still have that 5 mile per hour over limit. If you are on the highway, I haven't experienced it myself yet, but if you're on the highway with this, it's the same as what everybody has. It's kind of the same.
Wow, okay, I'm going to pause that there. I have not heard that. So the full self-driving beta from what Dirty Tesla's saying, is when you get onto the highway, is the same as this car, or the same as the American version of this car. Obviously, we have a few less features, and that's down to EU restrictions and stuff like that. But basically, it's the same as this car. And the reason for that, in my opinion, is because this is almost there. On the highways, or the motorways in the UK, this car's almost there. The phantom braking, very frustrating. Destroys confidence in the car. So the phantom braking is annoying. But apart from that, the car's almost there. If I had auto lane change and it would navigate me off the, pull me off the lanes like it does. In fact, it already does that. But if I just had that auto lane change for this, it would kind of change the game. Is there anything else I would want? In terms of motorways, just auto lane change. That's it. If this had auto lane change, it would be game changer. So yeah, kind of crazy that it's the same. And it's a nice thing to know that the full self-drive beta is the city driving. It's the driveway to car park. Whereas this can already do the off the roundabout on the motorway to the other roundabout, and then we have to finish city driving. So pretty interesting stuff. Did not know that.
It'll stop, I'm sure. Now, this turn is very tricky because you can see it's a tight, wow, look at
very tight turn.
It's a really tight bend this way. So even for a person, it's hard to see. And then off to the left, so I'm looking.
I'd be nervous.
No cars, and the car did great.
It was fine. So the car's obviously doing a fantastic job of checking that it's safe.
You can see on the visualization that it was showing the road.
There's a lot of trust involved in this.
I didn't see any cars, the car didn't, so it proceeded.
Fair play to these guys who are testing the vehicles out, because there is a lot of trust involved in using this vehicle. On a bend like that, you've got to be ready at any moment to take over, just in case. Fantastic. So you can change the split view.
Really enjoy that. And since the map is covered now, my directions are over here. So if I want to keep this up for whatever reason, or I think even if
the screen's amazing. So I didn't realise that they'd done this to the user interface. I prefer it like what he's got is set up now.
Right, so coming up to our next stop sign here, the car is, there you go. It wasn't really reacting to it. I don't think this one is mapped. I can just, the way that
what a weird junction to navigate.
Here, I don't think it's a map stop sign. So, but it always stops at it fine. Stop traffic control, use accelerator. Oh, okay, so it must be a little confusing.
Okay, so I did, again, let me pause it there. So turn signals confirming some of the turns. Now, I don't know if that's for every turn, but I didn't realise that was what was required in Full Self-Drive Beta. And the system's just asked for an accelerator because it was confused at the stop sign, which, for me, takes away that Full Self-Drive feel. In the UK, there is so many complicated roads, and I know the car is learning, but at the start, that will be kind of frustrating. And it'd be fantastic for the car to have learned all the roads and everything, but I think it's going to take a long time in the UK, so there'll be a lot of confirm with the accelerator, confirm with the stalk. I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was requesting that, so interesting. I thought Full Self-Driving Beta was there, if you know what I mean. I know he's pushing it to the limits, but I thought it was further along this. It wasn't asking for any confirmations. It would just stop if it didn't have it anymore, and it would go, right, we're not in Full Self-Drive because something's happened. Obviously, I'm aware that they need to train the system. Just from what I'd seen online, I didn't realise that it was at this point.
And now we're going to turn right here. So the car is going to do that. It sees the right turn. Turn signal is on. And really good. So we've turned. It's crazy. So there is still nag on autopilot.
Okay, so I don't know if he had used the turn signal then, but he was turning off a road. He wasn't turning onto a road. So maybe that's the only difference. When you're turning onto a road, you have to use a turn signal.
It'll say, hey, what are you doing?
Possibly.
What's going on? Give me the torque. So you do still, yeah. So apply force the steering wheel. I've just been doing.
By the way, guys, this is my first time watching Full Self-Driving footage. Like, I reacted to that footage when it first came out. It was only a small amount of footage, like 1 or 2 clips. Now I'm reacting to the full thing. Okay, so you had to take over there. Back in Full Self-Drive. So you had to take over the wheel. So it didn't want to do the right thing there. So that's interesting.
So my car is slowing, but doing well.
Okay, it's really keeping a nice space in between the cars. That's like spacing I'm happy with.
So good. Great. So now now it's changing lanes to follow route, which is not correct. I'm just going to see, I'm going to cancel that because that's not correct. Oh, I see. It was going to get in the left turn lane just a little too early. So that's no big deal. So we go through the intersection. So this is where we would turn left. Very good.
Okay, so it would have made a wrong turn there. Okay.
That's correct.
Now it's moving over
Not,
correctly.
interfering at all. If I hit the accelerator, I'll let you know. I did back there for that stop sign when the cyclist was frantically waving me on. Okay, blinking yellow will probably be confusing because it's green. I'm hitting the accelerator just so we can get up to the green. All right, I'm not doing anything now. Yet going through the yellow. That's fine. I would have done that too. And yeah, the car handled that fine. I don't know if it's capable of turning onto a road or not, but I guess we're about to find out. Just got to be ready to take over.
It's not doing a bad job.
Right.
It's not doing a bad job.
I mean, eventually it'll be you get in and turn on autopilot, and then you're done. There are scenarios you can do that if you're parked on the street or something. So it looks like it knows what it's doing. There are no cars, and it did that very slowly. So I think if a car was coming, it probably would have stopped. But there, it did it. I was in a parking lot. I had to kind of guide it, to the exit. But then that was it. It got out of the parking lot, and we're on the road. So it's just
okay.
It's insane. It's very.
That's
insane.
mind blowing. That is mind blowing.
Something that we've had trouble with. Oh yeah, the car seems like it wants to stop, but it didn't. So it did go through. Gave it a little break, but.
Oh
not
God, there's some guts involved in doing these videos. There's some guts involved.
A little close behind us. I don't know what that little swerve was. I think that's going to be kind of the biggest challenge for this stuff is the car is going to follow the law perfectly, which you should, but most people don't.
That is a very valid point that he's just made there. That is one point I've tried to sort of make before is the car follows the law and humans don't. And it's like in some places in the UK, there's 20 roads. I understand 20 roads around schools, but sometimes there's a 20 road in the middle of nowhere. And most people are doing 30. Police will do 30, 35 miles per hour on a 20 road, but the car won't. And obviously, Tesla aren't going to create a car that will break the law willingly. So what will they do there? And what happens is when your car doesn't break the law and you're sticking to 20 miles per hour, everyone behind you is going nuts and bonkers and getting really annoyed at you. Because I've tested it out myself. I've had this car on a 20 road and the car will do 20. Or on the way up here on the A9, there's variable speed limits to the point where it gets down to 30 miles per hour on an A road. And if you was to do 30, everyone behind you would go nuts, would absolutely go bonkers. And yeah, you'd get so many irate people beeping and swearing at you. And yeah, so most people are probably doing 40 on that 30 road. I'm not saying I did, but most people are.
Initially. Ooh, we got a roundabout. Perfect.
A roundabout!
I didn't see him waving me all frantically like that until I was finished.
A roundabout.
Right,
Let's have a look at an American roundabout.
Oh, okay, well, whatever. So, yielding.
Okay. It looks the same as our roundabouts, to be
I
fair.
gotta use accelerator to continue. So I did touch it.
Okay, so ask for an accelerator.
Truck, and I'm gonna keep touching it.
No.
So
No.
not ready for that. So that's a really low.
No way near.
A really low middle. So it did not. It seemed to display it. So we'll report that bug. And
so it was really no way near. In the UK as well, our roundabouts probably a little bit more difficult than that, and there's about 12, 15 different variants to roundabouts. What am I on about? There's a lot of roundabouts, basically.
I'm gonna assume that people behind me are like, "What the heck are you?"
We're in
doing?
Scotland, by the way. That's why it's raining so badly.
So I'm gonna hit the accelerator just a little bit, and I'm done hitting the accelerator, and we're off. So then this will just change into normal highway autopilot.
So then
really
he went onto the highway.
terrible
That's
intersection
interesting.
here
Put it back in.
that
It went
a lot of
into normal
humans
height.
even have trouble with.
Autopilot.
So there's like this is right next to the stop sign, but they don't have.
Okay.
Stop. Wow, it's doing it.
It's doing a complicated junction.
That was very good. Okay, I didn't.
He's happy with it.
Expect it to be able to handle that. At least even that smoothly.
Okay,
like,
that's
that was
cool.
Perfect. again, a lot of this stuff I would do faster, but it's personal preference. If it's
Yeah, and that's
like,
the thing as well. Like something he would do faster, something I would do faster. But my mom probably drives slower than full self-driving. No joke. So no offense, mom, but you know, not everybody drives fast. And you see them people up, like when I'm a passenger in my mum's car, there's people always beep beep, get out of the way, beep beep. But she's not breaking the law. She's not doing 25 into 20. She's doing 20. She's sticking to the law. These people want to break the law. So yeah, my mum probably drives as fast as.
Great job. Oh my gosh. And it's doing it. I did hit the accelerator a little bit. I did see a cop over there, so I don't want to look too drunk. Okay, so we're
Sorry,
good.
I lost my point there, but
here.
Really cool.
That was great. That was great. So we're coming up to this left turn. It's probably going to screw up because we have to turn left after we turn left. Okay, it's green. Car's going on its own.
Go in.
Do that. Okay, too slow, so I am helping, and we're making sure no issues with the people next to us. Did great with that. That was weird.
Too far out.
And yeah, it's gonna screw this up, I think. Yeah, I took over. Okay, so it pretty much got us there. At the end there, it definitely messed up. It should have been in the left turn lane, and it wasn't. All right, so here comes the turn. We gotta get into this left turn lane here. It is slowing. Looks like it's gonna do it. It knows it's, wow.
Pretty
wow,
good.
Wow, okay, it's already doing a lot better than I thought. But this is the hard part here. Because it's, I hate doing this
filter
myself.
lane like this, yeah,
I'm
this is
used to it
difficult.
now, but at first it was so stressful. So we have traffic that comes this way here. So we're stopping at the stop sign abruptly, paused, waiting for our turn. Use accelerator or gear start to continue. So it's not going to continue. And you can see on the screen, there's just so many cars. So we have one more coming, which is displayed on the screen. And I'm going to hit the accelerator, and I'm going to let off. Yeah, no, I'm going to keep hitting the accelerator. And it did do it. Okay.
It needed quite a large confirmation if we're being fair. So the car's still requiring a lot of confirmation. I can see why people are calling it training the car. There's a lot of training that needs to happen. They need to get it over the UK. Elon, you've got to get it in the UK and get it trained, man. Let me train it for you. Somebody's got to train this car. These roads are almost off-road. It is amazing. Okay, so we're with AI driver. I think that's how you say that. That's how I've said it. Link for his video is in the description. Please, please, please go watch their videos. There is so much more content on their channels. All of these people, there's more content on their channel. Please go view it. If you want to see full self-driving in the UK, you can see some of our full self-driving videos. But if you want to see full self-driving beta, go watch this in the description. So it looks like we've got a Model S or a Model X, which gives you the front display. I've been calling it a heads-up display. People are not liking the heads-up display reference. Steering wheel display.
It definitely feels better. And I'll let you be the judge. This video's in real time, and you can kind of see it snake its way through here. But I think this is amazing in just that I don't think we'd ever see a Waymo driving down a path like you're
He's
about
right.
to see.
You wouldn't. Not like this. What is going on? It's so dark as well.
You can really see that speed control here. It is not going faster than, 13, 12 miles an hour through these parts, which is pretty cool.
This is just bonkers. This is AI. This is intelligent learning, machine learning. It's unbelievable. Stopping. Edging forward. Making the turn.
I actually had a couple interesting scenarios happen on this little drive. Here's somebody stopped on the side of the road. I think he's putting up a sign, but has his car there. I was actually pretty
How's it going to handle it?
would deal with this one, but handled it pretty gracefully, if I do say so myself.
What? That would freak this car out. That is amazing. This full self-driving would be freaked out.
Way through a construction zone.
Whoop. Wow! Swaying a little bit.
You can see how.
Yeah, we've got a lot of roads like this up here in Scotland at the moment.
And I think with every update, that path planner that kind of flickers around and is deciding where the car wants to go, I think that just gets a little bit better.
Okay, so another dirty Tesla video.
With cars that are
By the way, I'm a massive fan. Again, go check their videos out in the link in the description. Please go support their channels.
Told it, and we're clear. It did see that car coming, so we're good. So now we can continue.
Just asking for quite a few confirmations
So I got
on these
confused
kinds of
back,
roads.
with those cars that were turning right, there's really no lane lines, so some cars were to the right, turning right, and some cars were, if I wanted to go straight, but it was getting confused with those, so I had to take over there. You can engage it on the dirt roads, which is new and works really, really well. This behavior is seeing right here, where we're transitioning from a lined road onto the dirt. Autopilot has actually done this as long as I've known. Whoa. Okay, I had to take over there. Let's,
This is not a full self-drive, so keep watching.
wow, this is like mud. What the heck? This is like slushy mud. I've never felt this before. Do not go that fast. I'm gonna slow it down to, yeah, this is a little too much for it. Wow. Well, we'll keep trying to engage it. Of course, I'm gonna report it. There we go, we're reported. Oh my gosh, all right. That's okay. I'm
That's how I feel.
Don't worry.
Sorry, I just want to say, that is literally how I talk to my car. So when we're doing full self-driving and it starts to freak out at a junction or something, I will literally, don't worry, I've got you. I'm in control. Don't worry. Like if I get the red steering wheel and it's beeping, its beeper's like, oh, don't worry, I've got you. You're in good hands. I'm in control. So I actually talk to the car the exact same way. It's like a pet, like a little animal. You like stroke the wheel. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Calm down. Which Dirty Tesla does as well. So just thought I'd say that.
I can't even, like it's, see how it's moving around everywhere? That's not autopilot steering or me steering. It's just because, like that. I didn't steer that. It's just because we're like sinking into the mud.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. I've never been on a road like this in my life.
So just to state, on those dirty roads, that muddy roads, he was literally the car was sliding about like that. And he said it's not full self-driving's fault. I agree, it's not full self-driving's fault. It's not his fault. It was the road condition. But it raises a very valid point. When full self-driving is fully self-driving, fully autonomous, what happens when that car goes on that road and it slips into the ditch? Is the car going to make a correction like a human would and go, oh, we're slipping, need to get up on here or need to do a counter maneuver? Do you know what I mean? So although it's not full self-driving's fault, at the same time, the car should be capable at some point to be able to cope with unprecedented situations like a slippy road like that. But anyway, back to the video. Tesla maps are awful. Really need a good update on the Tesla maps, especially in the UK. Really bad. So that needs to be sorted as well for full self-drive, for the navigation portion. Okay, doing a U-turn basically. A tight U-turn, but a U-turn.
And continuing, which is great. Oh no, it stopped. No, wow, that is impressive.
That is amazing.
So you can see there's nobody behind me, nobody there.
Again, this car would have, it's no way, in the UK, it's no way near this.
Before the update came.
Ah!
Michigan left, and it just did it great, but we were in the right left turn lane, so it wasn't able to complete it. Going. I'm not
see if it can make the turn.
interacting with it at all. Okay, I'm hitting the accelerator because that's annoying. Hit the button here. I do have a bigger follow distance. We can shrink that a little bit. Oh, that's a good point. A big follow distance going really slow through those turns might mess you up. I'll have to play with that. All right, so coming up to the right turn here. Moved into the right turn lane a little abruptly and no turn signal. Turn signal's on now. Yeah, maybe you don't need a turn signal in that situation, but I would have used one. Ooh, abrupt braking for no reason there. I don't know if it saw that car pulling out and was worried about that. So turning left here, that's not good. Come on, pick a lane. Here you go. I would have picked the other lane. Pretty sure
One thing you got to commend Dirty Tesla for is the fact that he is genuinely training the vehicle. I see a lot of guys using the beta system and not doing as many reports. So this is really fantastic how many reports he's doing. He's reporting every little thing. It's definitely something I would be doing. You want the system to be advanced, to be happening quickly, to be advancing quickly. And these reports are getting sorted by Tesla at such a fast rate. So that's amazing.
We're going to miss it. I need to hit the accelerator. Yeah, so it's confused. It knew it needed to turn left there, and it didn't do it. So report, turn this on. Yeah, it's not sure what to do.
So I've been there quite a few times with this full self-driver system, and it's really, really frustrating when the car won't click back into full self-drive. It's really, really annoying. If I had full self-drive, not the beta, but the and that was happening to me, I would get super annoyed. Everyone who's tried full self-drive knows what it's like to wait for the little wheel icon to pop up when for some reason the car's not recognizing the road. That is a really frustrating thing. And to see it happen on full self-drive in beta, again, it just means there's quite a lot of growth needed to happen before this is ready to roll out properly.
Do that again. Yeah, a lot of this is just, you know, the interaction with humans. They don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I'm testing this out sometimes.
Over it, you know, it's just not worth it. No, too bad. It's a stop sign. I'm stopping at it.
So it did a good job of the parking lot. It did a good job. It looked like it needed a lot of confirmations. And I've said this before with the new green light feature in the UK and the pedestrian crossings and the junctions. The confirmations for me take away the full self-driving. And that's just in the standard UK version. So if I was driving full self-driving beta and it was requiring confirmations, I'd start to get frustrated. I know, obviously, that is what we are doing. We're training the system to get to a point where you don't have to do that anymore. But it would be frustrating. I'm just being honest. I'm giving you my honest opinion on this.
So the car is definitely not sure what to do here. And it's going to turn out. And I guess it saw. I mean, oh, nope. All right. That wasn't good. I'm noticing.
It almost had his rims there. And I know that feeling of snapping the car back away from the obstacle the car's going to hit. So when you're in full self-drive or autopilot, you'll feel a resistance on the wheel, a slight resistance. And it feels probably like a soft hand, like you're pushing away a soft hand. So when it's in full self-drive, you have to pull it off that. You have to pull it away from that when you want to take it out. It's very sly. I think some people worry about, like, oh, how would I stop it? It's like that. As soon as you tug that wheel, the car, it's yours. But you get a nice response, like a feedback response from the wheel. You'll feel basically the car saying, I'm in control, and then you pop it out of it. You can feel it anyway. But I know what that feels like to snap it out when you're getting away from a curb.
To let people know what I'm doing. I'm actually going to mark that because that can be dangerous if you start to slow and people aren't expecting it. Auto lane change unavailable, it said for a second, but that went away. So we're going to stop at this stop sign. Very good. Let's see what it says. Waiting for cross traffic. There is a lot of it. It's switching between use accelerator and waiting for cross traffic. I don't know if I can't see or what. We do have a brake in cars coming right here. So we'll see if the car will do it. If not, I'm going to hit the accelerator. And it's doing it. It's doing it on its own. Okay.
That is impressive. A junction like that, you've got a filter. So you're turning off the lane. And then there's just flying traffic. Everyone knows, even driving them yourself, they're nerve-wracking experiences. They're not always that smooth, so they are quite nerve-wracking to do. The fact that the car was able to do it, it looked like it was struggling a little bit. We're heading in the right direction for sure. So guys, thanks for watching. Thank you to these guys. These are my favorite YouTubers in terms of the full self-driving beta. And I just wanted to say the reason that it went from from dark to light to dark is because I had a little problem with the mic again, and I know I don't want it to be like bad audio quality or anything like that. But guys, please, please, please go show some love if you're looking for full self-driving beta videos. These are the guys to follow. Subscribe to these guys because they've got a lot of videos coming out quite a lot at the moment, and I think they're worth watching. If you want to see full self-driving beta in the UK, stick here. That is what I plan on making a lot of videos on. But yeah, lots of content coming soon. I've got a full self-driving review coming out of this 400-mile trip that I've just done. And it was pretty interesting, actually. The system is getting a lot better in the UK. And full self-driving beta, it's amazing. What I'm seeing is amazing. It's completely different to what we're getting here. But it's a way off. Let's not fool ourselves right now. It's still got a lot to go. It's got a long way to go. And that's fine. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither was full self-driving. Okay? Quote me on that. And yeah, but it wasn't built in a day. It's going to take a while. It needs some miles on it. It's got to get some miles on it. So thank you to these two guys who are doing that. Like, we appreciate it a lot, training the system. As always, guys, thank you for watching. If you're thinking about buying a Tesla, there is a link in the description. It'll get you 1,000 free supercharger miles. It gets me 1,000 free supercharger miles, and it supports the channel in a massive way. It makes these videos possible. Because it means I can do these long trips without any financial burden. Subscribe, ding ding, hit the notification bell, like, comment, subscribe, criticize me below, all those good things. Salute to you guys. As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!